Aston Martin has finally ended the wait and the drip feed of details to show us its DBX. It's the first SUV in the company's 106-year history, and as such will doubtless prove controversial to many. We think it's rather handsome and certainly a better first 4x4 effort than was, let's say, Porsche's first generation Cayenne. At the front there's a traditional Aston Martin face with headlights set under covers and the usual contoured grille. Around the back the styling is very heavily influenced by the Aston Martin Vantage Coupe, with a kicked up ducktail, integrated spoiler and a slim wrap over brake light bar. The front daytime running lights are part of a built-in air duct that exits behind the wheel arch and carries on down the side of the car. Meanwhile, that rear ducktail forms part of an aero package that Aston says can help the rear screen to self-clean while on the move. Aston Martin claims that the aero package is also aimed as much at increasing sonic comfort in the cabin as it is straight-line performance, and that it's one of the few companies to be using computational aeroacoustics technology to achieve this. The DBX was even apparently tested in the wind tunnel while hitched up to a trailer towing a classic Aston Martin DB6, naturally. Under the skin, the DBX uses an all-new aluminium chassis related to that found under the DB11 and the Vantage. Both light and stiff, the DBX has a relatively trim curb weight by large luxury 4x4 standards at any rate of 2,245 kilograms. For arguably the first time ever, Aston Martin says that it has concentrated from the get-go on making the cabin as spacious and roomy as possible, and says that the DBX is a full 5-seater. On the suspension front there is an air suspension setup that can raise and lower the car through 45mm upwards or 50mm downwards, and that's backed up by an adaptive damping and new 48-volt anti-roll system. It allows Aston to claim that it can limit DBX's body roll for handling that is much more akin to that of a sports car than an SUV. Power comes from an upgraded version of the 4-litre twin-turbo V8 found in the Vantage and DB11, and which is based on a Mercedes AMG power unit. With a power output of 550 horsepower and 700 newton meters, the DBX will crack through the 100 km/h barrier in just 4.5 seconds and go on to a top speed of 291 km/h, just shy of the top speed of the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S. That power is transmitted to all 4 wheels through a 9-speed automatic gearbox, and at the rear is an electronic differential that allows for torque to be vectored to an individual wheel when needs be. Performance aside, this will be by far the most practical Aston Martin ever produced. The boot measures a very useful 632 litres, and the rear seats feature a split fold function in a 40-20-40 layout. Up front there's the expected levels of luxury, with a full leather interior courtesy of Bridge of Weir, a large central touchscreen and a new digital instrument package. You'll spot a few bits and pieces from the Mercedes parts bin, but details such as the automatic gear selector buttons on the top of the centre console are pure Aston Martin. The first deliveries of the Aston Martin DBX will take place in the second half of 2020, with prices starting from £158,000 in the UK and around €300,000 in Ireland. You can find out more information about the Aston Martin DBX by clicking onto CompleteCar.ie in the link below. In the meantime, please remember to give the video a like and please do subscribe to the YouTube channel.